Right. Done the checklist. Everything is prepared. Except for, get back to this bit. Boom! Bam! So. Why is XSplit telling me it's starting when I don't even use it? That's not great. So, we'll ignore XSplit because it can go away. Either that or I'll just use it to, tell people that I'm streaming at the moment. Boom! Because apparently I have followers. This is good. So, what's on the menu tonight? Mandatory cheese. I'm trying to... Whoa! Mandatory cheese as always, because everybody loves that mandatory cheese. And we're probably going to try and put together a tiny Tony of some kind, I believe. Another thing I was thinking, either have a mini game of the week, possibly a bronze, silver, gold match, because those are always fun. We'll do some serious casting on that. Really help if I can put my headphones on. Go away. Get rid of that because I'm not using it. In fact, we will use it to announce stuff. But yeah, 4-man free for all, best of 3. Ooh, that sounds good. We're gonna say that anyone who's interested in that, if you're watching in the stream and you fancy joining in, then by all means do join us in either channel Cynic Aftermath or Nova Wolfen on EU. Sadly, EU only. I realise that some people may be watching from... I cannot type at the same time. Okay, so that's that. We can finish announcing. Excellent. Update channel, finish announcing. Bam! Hopefully that should go out to everyone who needs to know it. Sorry, things got a little hectic today. Turns out terrifying things may be in the works, and I suddenly have an extra Chrome tab open. Oh god, why? So, at the moment, just need to sort myself out with all of my windows in the right place, because for some reason my computer decided to just push them everywhere. So now I have no idea what's going on, or where anyone is, or what the hell that notepad tab is. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. That's a marine tank build order suggestion sheet thing. So yeah, looks like we're in a good space to go. Oh, look at my face. Look at my face. Now back to your face. If you can do that somehow. I don't really know how that works, sadly. Oh dear. Oh wow. Turns out I scratched something here earlier. Turns out it bleeds quite a lot. Ooh. Oh well. Worry about that later. Basically what we're planning on doing is for the next hour or 2 or 3 or however long it takes, planning on putting ourselves through some random things. The mandatory cheese game is usually one that we always come back to because it's awesome. Especially when you have an 8 players, everybody 6 pool. Sadly, we only had a 6 player, everybody 6 pool last time, so when it turned down to, one of the players was definitely better, but the other one had 5 bases and the other guy only had 1. He actually held out for like 5 minutes or something, just microing his banelings like a boss. But yeah, turns out the Monday show is a go. Just gonna see if anybody is not in on the thing so far that wants to be. Is Tryon here? Tryon is here, excellent. Yeah, if people are interested in joining in, you know the channel name. Let's see, trying to think if there's any other. Oh, congratulations to Steve. You may remember him from previous casts as the great and mighty Protoss Steve, who actually got promoted today. He is now gold. Always believing. Anyway, not going to go on with that too much. I was going to consider playing the piece of the actual song on the stream, but then I realised that actually Might get it blocked on YouTube and YouTube addicts. Frankly. Oh well. Yeah. Okay, I'm being told that apparently he does play Terran. I just keep remembering him as that Protoss Steve. Because every time every time it's sort of like Steve, the mighty Protoss. It sticks in the memory better than that Terran guy, Steve. But hey, if you play Terran, it's all good. We're looking like for we can do a 3-man. Or rather, it wouldn't actually be a free-for-all, a best of 3. But yeah, if we can get the idea of like maybe a first person to 2 or 3 wins, free-for-all, which does mean that after one person gets within like 1 point of victory, everyone kills them. And then you end up with that situation that, you know, we can't have that guy winning. Shit, kill him! No, kill that guy! And considering that Great Paz, one of the players that comes around a lot, usually one of the better players in our group. I guess we'll see what happens. Although we do have a person called Anubis. Maybe we can get him involved. Don't know him very well. Need to get to know people in my chat. Right. So yeah. Say I to join. And what I'll do is I'll get, actually, it is possible to make a 3-player map. There's only one of them. Or I could put it on a 6-player map and pray they don't end up next to each other, which would be really, really bad. Apparently Kingdom might be joining us soon. 1v1 free for all, there we go. I'll set this up for now and make myself a referee. What I'll do is, if Kingdom wants to come out and join us, then we'll make the first game a 3v3 for shiggles. Ah! Oh, wow. So, turns out Kingdom just came out of his game. And maybe just, he'll want to take part in a... maybe he'll want to take part in our... four-player free-for-all. First to 2. If we can get that, then I need to cancel this map and go and find one that's actually a 2v2 map. Or no, I mean an 8-player map. But one that doesn't have... Aha, here we go. Something like Condemned Ridge will do quite nicely. I'm going to take some map suggestions. Wow. The first map suggestion for a 4-player game was Ohana. Oh well. Such is life. One base roach all in. Oof. Especially when you go CC first. That's never fun. Sand Canyon? What the hell is Sand Canyon? Oh, Sand Canyon could work, actually. Sand Canyon it is. I'll create that game and make it a free for all. Great Paz clearly. Kingdom's in. Tryon. Steve. Right. Make me the referee. I'm not playing in this. I'm not good enough for this. Right. Are we going to say they go random races? Phew. Oh, that's tricky. Do I try and suggest that people go random, or do I suggest that they do what they want and leave it up to them to be random if they want? Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, so it turns out not only is this a 4-player free-for-all best first to two wins, it's also a random race, and we'll see what happens, I guess. Ooh. Maybe people get to pick each other's races. Anyway. Are people ready for the first game? It's only been 15 minutes since I started casting. Oh! Go. Bam! So, we're pushing ourselves into the first game. It's a 4-player game between Steve, our newly minted Terran player. I still can't get used to that. Great Paz, who plays all sorts of things. Kingdom, who last I saw, I think, played Protoss. Not entirely 100% certain about that. And Tryon. Bam. Oh man, you know I need to sort the overlay. But we'll sort that out later. Because it's not the best overlay in the world. I'm looking at you, Huxley. Save me. Who's going to win the race? We've already had Kingdom and Tryon get in there, so Great Paz, what you going to do? Is Great Paz going to win? It looks like Great Paz is going to win. But there's no guarantees of anything in this game. Oh no. Oh no. Steve taking the lead at the last second, but no, Great Paz sweeps in for the win. And wow, that was bizarre. I had an urge to just press S and start redirecting my SCVs. Oh, so bizarre. And anyways, we'll see what we got. We have ourselves a single Zerg, a single Terran, and 2 Protoss. And at this point, pressing Control N doesn't do anything. Lol. So, in the bottom left, top left, Great Paz, at about the 9:30 slot. In the 6:37 o'clock slot, we have Kingdom playing Protoss. And the 2-ish, maybe just after lunchtime. It's quite a late lunch, but you get the idea. We have Steve, the mighty Zerg. And in the top right, we have ourselves Tryon, the great and mighty Protoss warrior. I'm trying to remember the key combination to get rid of the overlay, because it'd actually be quite cool to be able to just look at stuff, but I can't remember what it is. Oh well. Worry about that later. As befits the standard approach to this game, we have ourselves a Terran walling himself in. As you do. We have ourselves Protoss players building their pylons. Oh, actually, no, we have a Protoss player walling himself in as well, because He knows there's a Zerg out there. He doesn't know whether the Zerg's going 6 pool, which sadly, or happily, he isn't. Probably going to go for the standard 14 pool or 14 hatch, one of the two. Although I have to say, in multiplayer games, as far as I'm aware, it actually benefits you more to go hatch first, because especially in free-for-alls, no one's pushing out early. No one's leaving their base soon. Hatch going down. There we go. Called it. Boom! We have ourselves an expansion right next to Trion's base. If he farts in the wrong direction, he'll find it. But have ourselves a scouting probe from Trion, who is actually scouting. And he's going to find the Zerg base. And he's going to see Steve. And he's going to see Steve with a spawning pool down but not built. Will he know what this means? Kingdom's saying fail. Why is he saying fail? Oh man, Kingdom was doing the multiplayer strategy and cannon rushing everything. But it turns out Great Paz is too great a Terran for this sort of shenanigans. Gateway's going down for Trion. He's getting a cyber core. He's looking very, very stable and solid and very, you know, non-reactionary and getting all that stuff down. However, Trion, try as he might, hasn't... Oh no, that's Steve. Trion has not seen the expo. So therefore he probably doesn't know that his opponent is going to mass up on dem drones. What he does know is that Kingdom just failed at something. Pylon is gone. Great Paz building himself a command center. It is natural because it turns out you could wall in with one of them. He's probably going to use that to expand somewhere. At least I hope he will, because it makes sense to do so. Steve Zerg checking out his opponent's base and seeing the cyber core, which is doing research. Guess what it's doing? Oh wait, he's a Protoss. And he's not going air. Our Zergy buddy, having built himself a bunch of stuff, now building himself more drones so that he can get more of that income. Very well aware of the fact that Great Paz is right here, potentially going to murder him later. We have ourselves a bit of shenanigans as the Stalker chases out not only the scouting worker from our Terran player Great Paz, but also that Overlord from Steve, which will... Will it supply cap him? Don't know. No, it won't. It actually genuinely won't, not even at all. But he is going to need some Zerglings to defend that Overlord if he actually gives a damn about it at all. Nope. Pew dead. In that bottom left, we have ourselves a Zerg who is completely walled in. Oh no, he's not quite walled in. There's a tiny little gap there that looks like it might be not entirely Zergling proof. But there's a Zealot standing here, so that when the Zerglings stream in, they can funnel around him in a nice shape. Really quite smoothly. Or they can just move entirely out of the way, just in case the Zerglings want to come and play. Now, from Trion, we have ourselves a little force here which can wall off half of that ramp. In fact, I think he's got enough energy for 1 force field, 2 force fields. That's going to be enough to wall it in against a couple of Lings, but honestly, he's going to need more than that to do a damn thing. Some Zealots coming down. There's a decent force of Lings outside our Zergy buddy's base. However, he is building himself Evolution Chamber, Baneling Nest, getting himself some more gas. He is, however, hiding the Baneling Nest back here because putting it out here might mean something comes in and finds it and potentially kills it dead. At the moment, everyone playing a really passive game, actually. In terms of sort of builds, Great Paz finally expanding to his natural at 7 minutes. Not going for the fastest eco build, but there we go. Happens. That said, this is a multiplayer game, and he does have control of this watchtower, which will actually tell him if anybody comes... I don't think it's going to help him at all, actually. It covers this area here, and it means that if anybody else comes for these 2 bases, he will know all about it. But if somebody attacks him up here, he's going to need those Marines there to stop to see it coming. Oh, hello. Stalker's coming in. Stalker's... Oh, Steve, abandoning your base. Because he kind of has to at this point. That base is dead and liable to... Why is he running the Broodlings away? That's a fun concept. Run away with the Broodlings. He is, however, not going to be able to mine any more off that base, and he's not going to be able to put it back again unless he can kill this force from Trion. Which actually is going to prove quite difficult at this point. There's quite a force there, which can in fact carve up his force. Oh, Creep Tumor coming down at exactly the wrong time, unless it decides to soak some hits from someone. Oh, just in time the defense goes up. Bam! Any later that could have been really unpleasant. And he's mining long distance. Would his opponent have seen that worker go out? Yes, he will have done. Unfortunately for him, Zerg has a whole bunch of... Oh, I see what's going on here. And the first person they're going to find is, ironically enough, Tryon. It's going to be entertaining. Unless he finds... Oh, the DTs. Where are the DTs going? Will they find Steve's base first? Or will they find Tryon's pinning in force, who's actually going to start putting himself down a base over here? That's quite fun. Oh, he's got himself a little force of dudes. And they're just going around each expo in order. He's going to find the Zerg first. It's not looking good for our Zergy buddy Steve. It's looking an awful lot like he's about to get murdered. Like, I don't even think he can be saved at this point because the DTs are coming up into his natural... Well, his third expansion. Doesn't really have a natural anymore. It kind of got killed. And this one is likewise going to get killed off. Because Dark Templar will poke it and stab it. And poke it and stab it. And Great Paz is actually just putting himself up a tank line while he builds up in macro style. Oh, the base cancelled, I believe, because there wasn't enough damage on that to kill it just there. Let's have a look. Oh, wow, Zerg is not having a good day. Zerg is, in fact, having the worst of days. It was the best of days, it was the worst of days. And happily, though, his opponent is going to find his drone, which is going to die. And then they're going to find Tryon's forces, probably. Are they going to find Tryon? No, they're not! But they are going to find the Banelings and die. The question is, will he notice that wasn't actually from Tryon? Will he notice that was a different Protoss altogether? That was, in fact, two different Protoss forces, both of which will butcher you. Oh, it's not looking good. Looking a bit unpleasant. Oh, the poking! Will it be enough? Steve, realizing he's got the worst of everything. It's turning out to be a bad time for Steve. And unfortunately, at this point, I think he's dead. He got attacked by two Protosses at once. And unfortunately, there's not a lot one can actually do about that. He's attacking with the workers, but unfortunately they're going to get butchered, and then none of them are going to make it out of there alive unless they're very, very lucky. 3 of them have escaped. Does he have any money left? He has a shitload of money left. The thing is, he's not going to be able to get away from those Stalker. Oh, he's just going to be able to escape the Stalker menace. Unfortunately, his main base is dead, and he's being attacked by a Terran as well. Great Paz deciding to come in and cause some pain with a single Viking, which will then go away. Oh, I wouldn't send your drones there. They're going to die. Oh, God. He has, however, not revealed himself because his base hasn't been gone for long enough. At this point, he is hiding in the shadow of Great Paz. If Great Paz expands again, he will find him and kill him. Great Paz, however, not that high on resources, so that means he's good macro, you know. He's got himself a bit of production going on here. Some dudes, some stuff. Protoss, on the other hand, can now freely expand all the way down this side of the map and all the way along the bottom, if we count both the Protosses. Yes. By the way, if I can just get a quick word from the chat, how's the sound looking? How's the graphics looking? How's it going, generally speaking? And at this point, these guys have no idea that the other is there. Great Paz has actually scouted that location, he just hasn't put anything there. Great Paz's barracks being spotted. Oh man, gotta feel bad for Steve. Actually, what's Steve's supply like at this point? Because he's got a bunch of stuff. Oh, Great Paz takes out the base in the middle. He is, however, not dead. Oh, Tryon finding that base. We'll try and go to kill it.
Can you see what time it is?
Almost certainly.
Now, what the Charlie's cooking.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, I need to graciously receive food. That's no food, that's a space station.
There's seconds.
Oh, yes. Might have to go for some of that. So, while I decide to nom some garlic bread, let's see what Tryon decides to do about his... Oh my god. That's going to be enough to kill Steve outright. He needs to get a drone out of there, but he doesn't know it's coming in. And he's going to come along the painful route. Oh! No, but he's going to see Great Paz's barracks if he's careful. If he rushes up there. If he goes up there, Great Paz will be able to land a barracks in his base and start building stuff in his base. That'll bring him back. Although the fact that the Great Paz is scouting with this barracks is interesting, because it's very well armoured. Oh, no. He's just pushing out to expand and give himself a base. Oh my god, he's actually doing it. Why? How did I call that? That's not a thing that should ever happen. You should never build a reactor barracks in your opponent's base. Especially if you don't want that to happen. Oh, it's looking bad for Steve. Steve is about to die. And I don't think he can even be saved by mercy at this point. He's out of there. While he may have nothing left. He's got 570 resources, but in terms of unit count, he's got a drone. Oh my god, he's so tenacious. Turns out Steve knew this would happen, and has decided to let Great Paz run into Tryon himself. Oh lordy, those Immortals are going to go down so fast to that combined Bio force. In fact, the Bio is going to be able to push the Protoss back quite hard here. What's interesting is the fact that I haven't said anything about alliances, so people are free to do so. Steve, mining like a boss. He's going to need to. Like, oh my god. That said, Tryon's vision says there's a Terran base over here. Great Paz's vision says he knows where everyone is who's still alive. And Kingdom knows absolutely nothing apart from the fact there's a Terran base here. Nobody knows where Steve is now. Steve, he's so determined. He's so unlikely to win, but you know, it's all good really. It's all great. And now there's garlic butter falling off the chair. It's always good when you get dinner. Yes. Right. A sizable Protoss force, actually. Not to be sneezed at. Living around about here. Actually, it's interesting to note the creep spread takes actually quite a long time to... Oh, no. It's probably gone. We just can't see that it's gone, and therefore it hasn't gone. And Vikings patrolling along there to make sure that doesn't happen again. I'm actually quite surprised that Great Paz hasn't pushed out and made himself a home up there. We'll see what happens. Interestingly, note the food counts. Great Paz is maxed already. Mostly because he hasn't been taking part in any fighting. Kingdom, on the other hand, appears to be going for some kind of massive Protoss death ball. And also the opportunity to expand to a base that he has had access to for quite some time. At some point, I'm expecting Great Paz to move out. Steve, on the other hand, is just going to sit in this corner and pray that nobody finds him while he builds up 1,000,000 drones. And then builds spine crawlers over the whole map. Actually, Steve appears to be expanding. That's brave. Given that at this point his main method of survival is don't get poke. Well, at 2 damage a shot, that's only going to take him 1,000 hits. Tempted to stay and watch this for about 10 minutes. Probably still won't have done it, but Great Paz is moving south. His opponent, a force of Immortals, Stalker Colossus. Well suited to deal with tanks. Question is, will they be able to deal with the bio that comes with it? Great Paz about to hurt someone really badly. And he needs to siege the tanks up before they can do any serious damage. A force field sectioning off the army so that it's actually closer to the Protoss to be able to kill it hard. Oh, it's not looking good for the Protoss. Kingdom has left the game. Because honestly, there was no way he was surviving that. He's so gone that his cannons aren't even shooting at the Terrans. At this point... Oh wow, that's a big army there. At this point, the armies are 186. Roughly equal worker counts. The army for Terran is actually technically bigger. He's decided he's going to take some time to wipe this base out, even though it actually does nothing. That nice big force of tanks moving up. At this point, were I in the Tryon shoes, I would be quite nervous. Oh my word, that's a free command center. I think that might just anger him. And the wrath of Great Paz is terrible to behold. But not as terrible as the wrath of Garlic Bread. Oh. At this point, let's go and check in on Steve. Steve has a spawning pool, which means he's going to be able to get a queen. And technically speaking, he can also expand about here. Would probably help him at the moment, given he can't spend the 900 minerals and 400 gas that he's got. Not that it matters, let's watch what happens over here. When so many storms are about to go down. Like, oh my god. Brutal as hell. Nasty, nasty, nasty. The Immortals would chew their way through the Thors and tanks. That was a pretty big stop right there. Holy god, that was unpleasant. I think we've seen where our grudge match for the day is going to come from. Especially because Protoss is moving out with the Zealot army from hell. I'm going to meet up with this army of Archon, Immortal, Stalker, Zealot. And I think he might actually take Great Paz out. A terrifying prospect, to be sure. Oh wait, no, there are tanks on the high ground. Sacrifice them workers, Great Paz. Sacrifice them. Stimming the Marines in. What are they going to focus down first? Thors come out, taking down as much as they can. The tanks walling themselves in with tanks, but unfortunately for Great Paz, I think he might be done. I think he might be dead. Unless he can get some stalwart defense up at this point. Those Immortals, where are the Marines going? Why are they walking into death? If he can take down, so much stuff that he needs to kill, but his opponent has so many Zealots in his base. It's not looking good for Great Paz. But it's looking very bad for Great Paz. He needs to micro those Marines really, really well. Micro! Micro! That's not micro! Oh my god, so little micro here. But hey, it's alright. He's cleaned out his main. He might even be able to save that tank. He might be able to save it. It's a bit late now. Fairly certain storms. Going to cause a lot of damage. Oh my god, not that he cares. Archon's going to take out them Marines fairly spectacularly. Oh, actually he's going to take down an Archon before it goes. And he is still making stuff in his main. That Zealot will survive long enough to do some damage, but against 3-3 Marines, it's not going to do that well. The Archons are taking... Oh my god, the tanks. Why tanks? Why? So... Great Paz looking like he's in a bit of trouble there. And the Archons can still attack stuff. He's got Marines. They aren't going to be able to do an awful lot against that High Templar, though. If he can move up, engage the High Templar before it storms, and then take out the Immortal. Probably what he needs to take out... No, the Archon's going next. Stop the Marines before they kill themselves! Oh, he's taken it down. All he needs to do now is kill this Immortal, and he will survive long enough to lose his entire base over here. Yeah, that is kind of terrifying. Great Paz has left the game. Down to 2 players. It's not looking good for Steve. I hate to say it, Steve, you're at a massive disadvantage at this point. If you want to pull this out, you're going to have to work the miracle of all miracles, because your opponent has everything. And he's about to find you, I think, because he's expanding on top of everything. That, however, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of Protoss Macro. Having bad macro makes you a good Protoss, apparently. It means you have a million resources to warp in a million things later. That said, for Steve's advantage, he is in fact not using any. He's not using any of his time to go and scout, which means he's going to take a little bit longer to find Steve, so Steve can get up some killer tech. You know, Brutal to be good. Possibly wouldn't help that much because I think the Stalkers do have blink. Yeah, he has 10 CCs, which is a good measurement. And he's found that base. I'm kind of worried about Steve, though. I think he might actually just die, because I think he's about to get discovered. He has got a 3rd base, though, which is more than he had before. Nope. Tryon has decided that he's not going to bother looking for blowing up Steve's Great Paz's base. He is just going to go down, take out what's left of Kingdom if he doesn't think about it. Because he doesn't, I think, know what race Steve is, unless he looks in the... oh, no, there isn't one. Going to say, looks in the Alliance's tab, he'll be able to see exactly what his opponent is, but no. Have ourselves a Spire going down from Steve. It is, however, going to be phenomenally late, and I don't think he's got enough gas to sustain Muta production. Or anything, really. But he knows where his opponent is. Oh, Steve has... Kingdom has been spotted. Kingdom is dead. Why are you killing his base? Why are you killing his base? Right. It's only a matter of time now before the massive Protoss Death Ball reaches the Zerg base, and I'm afraid he's just going to wipe him out. Because Steve got mashed early on, and is currently at 71 supply, while his opponent... There's actually a way of looking at supply resources. Here we go. Yeah, Trion's at 200, 200. And they're 333, 333. Oh no, they're 2320. I'm surprised that he's not spending some of that resources on upgrades. He's got armor level 3, I guess. He has found and destroyed the third base. Question is, how long is it going to take him to find and destroy the rest of it? What answers suggest? Not very long. He's A-moving. Oh, wow. He is confident of his success, given that his opponent has 0, 0 upgrades. Not looking good. He infestors. They'll say... Oh. Oh, well. At this point, I believe we're looking at the death throes. Trion going to lose this force, probably. The Archons and Zealots. The Archons and Immortals not great against... Well, no, actually, no. I speak a lie. He's got a lot of lava. He could have turned that into something. Right. And we're done. That was a bit of a strange one. Because... it was... the fact that Protoss was able to go, I'm maxed. Oh, you killed my entire army. I'm maxed. Whatever. Made the game a little bit quick, actually. I'm going to put it to the crowd, put it to you guys in the chat room as well if you want to join in on this. Do you want to be able to... do you want them to be able to choose each other's races? And I'll tell you one thing, Trion's not getting Protoss again if that happens. It's one... I'm going to set up high ground. I'll set up a map on high ground if there is. There's a map called High Ground. I imagine it's an 8-player game. Yes, it is. What's it look like? The one problem with high ground is that people can spawn next to each other. Hang on a sec. Let's work this out with a pen. Don't have a pen. Curses! Foiled again. What we'll do is... let's have a look. Tal'Darim Altar, I believe, is an option. Yeah. Okay. In lobby. Free for all. Okay, so we've got Great Powers. Kingdom. Steve. Tryon. Okay. So far, 2 Zergs. Steve playing Protoss because apparently his main race is Terran. And Great Powers. Okay. We need Tryon to pick for Great Powers and then we're ready to go. So far, Tryon and Kingdom are playing Zerg. Steve playing Protoss. And Great Powers playing Protoss. Go, 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 go. I don't think Great Powers plays in the Korean ladder, but he's saying he does. This is what it looks like. It's a ZPZP, in fact. Oh, did you hear that? That was the sound of my elbow. Oh, that's fun. So, what we're going to have here is Tal'Darim Altar. So what I'm kind of expecting is 2 10 pools and 2 4 gates. If they go around clockwise, then everybody dies at the same time and nobody really wins, I guess. Somehow I suspect that won't happen. So, in the bottom right, Great Powers the Protoss. Was he bluffing about his massive skills with Protoss? I guess we'll find out. In the top right, the first of our 2 Zergs, Kingdom. Great Powers clearly confident. Kingdom, spawning as the Zerg person. Another Zerg in the top left, Tryon, sending out his scouting overlord to discover... Steve, the mighty Protoss. In the bottom left. And for the moment, it's that standard opening for a game, except for a Kingdom who is making that overlord. He'll make it eventually. So, Great Powers clearly spending so much time on his talking that he's not actually going to macro all that well, I suspect. Then again, he is apparently Diamond Protoss on the Korean ladder. Right. If only because of lag, I don't believe that. Oh well. The Zerg overlords, not quite going to be able to high-five as they go past each other because they are at different altitudes, but that's fine. They don't have to high-five every time, but they are going to see the hell out of each other. Bam. Overlord sees O. The Lord. Actually, it's going to happen really slowly, but it's going to happen eventually. Come on, guys, get it together. There we go. Oh, the big bulbous eyes on the side seeing everything. We have ourselves pools down for 1 Zerg player, still making it. Second player, however, went hatch first. A bold move. Now making his spawning pool with the first 200 minerals he gets free. Boom! There we go. Not exactly being secret about it either. He's putting it bang out there in front, right in the invasion path of everything that's going to come at his base. But hey. We have ourselves Kingdom going for a much more macro-focused game. Ooh, Tryon going for Speedlings by the look of it.
Yeah.
Either that or he's going to go for Roach really, really quickly, but I suspect Speedling's probably more sensible at this point. Move them workers across. If we look down at the Protoss base, the Protoss Steve building a cyber core, single gas. Tryon knows where he lives, knows what his build looks like, because he's actually seen everything. And it depends. I suspect he may end up just going, is this going to be a 4-gate? A defensive 4-gate maybe, but it doesn't make any sense to 4-gate against 3 other players. Whereas Great Paz, in before the 6 pool, hoping to bait out anyone who was actually 6 pooling, is going for an expand, going for a macro focus game on this big map. Actually, it'll be interesting to see who takes control of the watchtowers, because at this point it really matters who has control of them. If you see something coming, you can be a lot better prepared, and thus don't see it when it first goes up your ramp. Great Paz now knows his opponent has a natural, and has presumably lost interest in it when the Zerglings came out. Oh, interesting. Oh wow, those Zerglings are actively going out to do stuff. I think he may actually be about to take all 4 of the watchtowers. Right. In terms of development, Protoss walling itself in with some rampaging zealots. I say rampaging, patrolling zealots. A bit of a cannon. A Steve expansion. Clearly not going for the 4-gate that hard. But in terms of actual supply, I think he's behind. Nope. Yep, he's marginally behind Steve, behind Great Paz, who was up to 37. Tryon, however, has the best supply advantage at 39. And is currently building himself a passel of roaches. 2 brace. 4. Got some queens coming down, got some zealots going up to poke, to prod, to find the roaches, and die. They're just going to die. Or at least one of them is, anyway. Oh, wow, he's not actually going up there. Presumably he's going for this watchtower somehow. I'm not entirely certain why he's going for this one, and not the one, say, outside his base that might warn him about the Kingdomlings being right there. Unless he's looking for the Kingdomlings, in which case, great hope to him, I guess. Warpgate coming down from Great Paz a little later than I'd anticipated. I would have thought he'd have had it done by now. Oh, that many Lings versus that many Zealots. Who will win? Not the Lings, unless they get micro to hell, in which case the Lings are winning. No. Bit of a miss micro. Could have probably taken out that Zealot. However, it does mean that the next wave of Lings will just obliterate them, even if they have shields. Ooh. That Roachling force taking a watchtower. Completely oblivious to anyone else. The watchtowers not being able to see each other quite, I don't think. Actually, no, they can see within each other's radii, but they can't see each other. Protoss, Great Paz, getting himself a couple more gates, going for a Stargate play, going for Phoenixes, which would be absolutely brutal if you can use them right. Oh, we have ourselves a roach push coming down for one of our Zergy buddies. That would be Tryon pushing up into this base to discover that he's actually just going to lose if he does that. He knows what his opponent has now. What his opponent has is a bunch of Stalkers and a bunch of Zealots. A couple of Zealots and 2 Sentries. Which basically means he can section off this Roach force entirely. I think he might be able to do some serious damage with it, but... Oh, did he actually see that? Possibly? Yeah, probably. Yes, he saw it. He's warping in extra reinforcements to make sure he doesn't die. The really funny thing would be if he did hallucination at this point, but he doesn't have it researched. Because who makes hallucinations? That said, against Zerg, hallucination can be hilarious. Because what you do is you hallucinate in front of the Banelings, and the Banelings die to nothing. Oh, 1 force field that didn't do an awful lot. 2 force fields that did some more. Zealots die. The sentries are going to go down. Unless he doesn't focus them, in which case they won't. I'll take a Stalker, but unfortunately, in terms of units lost, that probably wasn't worth it. He's, however, able to build up behind this. He's getting himself a 3rd. Likewise, Great Paz also going for a 3rd base. Only one of the Zergs going for a 3rd, though. Which at this point, probably a good idea to get for Kingdom. He should probably actually go for that 3rd. But instead, he's pushing out with a bunch of Roach. Claiming that watchtower. Spinecrawler's moving forward to sit on the dirt at the front. Where are these roaches going? Are they just going to go on a loop? Where are they rallied? Are they rallied? Yes, they're rallied into the third of Tryon. And there's nothing there to stop him wreaking quite a lot of havoc. However, what he doesn't know is that this is about to happen. He's about to lose all his drones. Like all of his drones, possibly that queen. That queen had better stay away, otherwise she's going to die. Oh, 3 queens, 3 queens, 3 queens. Will the queens be able to outlast the energy on those? Oh, probably not. Unfortunately, Great Micro by Great Paz is going to involve all of these queens dying. He's going to need them spore crawlers, and he's going to need them right now. Building one in the middle of his base. Building one other one there. The Phoenixes won't be able to stick around too much longer, but they can definitely stick around long enough to hurt. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Oh, bit of an attack. Roach on Roach, Kingdom on Tryon. Kingdom deciding, having taken that third base out, he's going to come home.
Hey, that's me. How you doing?
And he's going to run straight across the middle of the map and probably run straight into Great Paz's base.
Alright, yeah. Really excited.
The Phoenix is going to come back, sweep those guys off the ground and kill them because there's only 4 of them.
Off to middle of nowhere. Tell me your news first.
Also, that said, he won't even need to bring the Phoenixes back at this point. Look at that army. Why did he put them there? Bit of a strange move. Why send them up?
What's taking you out there? Tell me
Right.
about the project.
Kingdom now should be looking to expand to this third base here because if he gets it, then he actually gets to live. Also droning like a bouse, I imagine. Kingdom is building himself some queens. Armor, Zerg missile attack, no drones. Need them drones. Phoenix is going to come back into play. But he has another spore crawler up, so he'll be fine.
Wow. That sounds
What else of interest is happening? Oh! Try on re-establishing Dat third. I have a sneaking suspicion the reason Kingdom isn't doing it is because these Phoenixes scare the hell out of him and he doesn't know where they are. He's got a bunch of roach there, but unfortunately it's not going to do much good against all of this stuff. Bunch of zealots. Do they have charge? No. Is he researching it? No. Interesting. Make himself double robo. Presumably he's going to go for Colossus at this point. Because
Okay,
Immortals are good, but...
I got a new job.
Oh, killing them off. Killing off dem Phoenixes. Killing off dem drones. What's going to happen first? Oh, he's not going to risk that again. Unless another oh, okay. That's better. No, it's weird. Like, in your view, my arrow looks perfectly normal. In mine, it looks like something very strange. In any case. There we go. It's back to normal again. Phoenix is poking in, doing some damage. However, they are looking very fragile now, so I wouldn't think he's going to risk those again unless he's doing something else somewhere else. In terms of bases, everyone appears to be on third base except Kingdom. Come on, Kingdom, get with the program. You've got the mineral income to be able to do this.
Sorry?
Or maybe you haven't. Oh dear.
Oh no, I did. I was like 5.5 weeks in.
Oh well, I guess we'll see what happens. Great Paz going for Dat Robotics Bay, looking like he's going Colossi. Tryon going for Mutalisks, which will do horrible damage to all of the Protoss apart from the Stalkers, but it will probably take down a bunch of Colossi fairly quickly.
Yeah, I have been kind of going
Okay. Very passive game. But that's fine. It's kind of what we want. 2 creep tumors here, hanging out, doing nothing, not even spreading that creep. Steve also going for Colossus Tech. Getting himself the Thermal Lance. Getting himself Colossi. Ah, there we go. There's the third base from Kingdom. Moving out that creep. Again, it's bizarre. I would have expected, A, Kingdom to put his observing roaches here and here so we can see shit coming at him, but apparently not. Oh well. I would actually expect Great Paz to want to have at least some kind of eyes on the map, because as far as I'm aware, he doesn't even have any observers. So the only eyes he's got on the map are his Phoenixes. And they're currently doing a bit of harassment of absolutely nothing. Because there's nothing to harass. Turns out if you've got no drones, the Phoenixes can't do anything to you. Although if they move slightly further over, they can hurt Tryon rather badly. That would hard supply cap him for about 17 seconds, or how long it takes to build overlords. Oh, there we go.
horrible and
Dee 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 dee. Oh, he's hard blocked. He needs more, but he is building Mutalisks. Where is Mutas? Oh, there come the Mutas. And he's going to need some superior micro to deal with those. Maybe it's a reason to get anion pulse crystals. Oh, it's looking bad. It's looking bad for the Phoenixes. They're taking a few shots at them. They're going to go past a Queen.
from like end of October.
Oh, Mutalisk coming out to take out a Phoenix. Another Phoenix about to go down. Keep an eye on the mini-map in case anything happens. Queen at the back there, taking some chunks out of it.
Budgets.
Upgrades.
And yeah, so
0-0 versus 0-0, and he's going past a Queen and a Spore Crawler. See ya later. Oh, wow, he manages to escape just.
I don't know if it's just a
And as he leaves, Mutalisks get upgrades.
You've just not come across it so much because there are more jobs down there.
Let's see, what else is happening? Oh, the Mutalisks decided to make their presence felt. I've moved into the centre of the map. If only they had some way of knowing that there's a Spore Crawler in this base that will murder them horribly. Oh, maybe they did. It's called taking some damage. Boom!
Yeah.
Mutalisks pulling back to join up with the Yubahayuma. Wow. That's quite a lot of stuff. In terms of army supply, turns out the 2 Protoss are nearly maxed out and the 2 Zerg are not. What madness is this? Great Pass, however, moving across the map with Zealots going everywhere. My god, do they even have charge? Do they have charge? Fool, do you even charge?
You're amazing.
Oh. What's happening here? They're on a weird patrol route. Oh no, they're just A-moving Steve's base. Steve's not going to be happy to know this.
You will be fine, and that is
Steve is our purple Protoss who has 188 supply.
Yeah. Oh man. It's going to be so satisfying when it's all done.
And those cannons are going to go down. The question is, will they be able to do anything before that? Oh, no, the workers are going to take the brunt of this assault. And then the Archons are going to come in and clean it up. Archon charge lot, Stalker. He'll lose some workers, but not that many. See ya later. And Kingdom really needs to be making himself some overlords right now.
You know how
Considering the fact that he is hard supply capped quite hard. Hard. I'm wondering if he's actually noticed that he can't build units yet. Because he's actually been supply capped for a while. There's a fight going on, I guess.
Yeah, but, you know, rinse it.
Ooh, Zerg on Zerg. Hot Zerg on Zerg action. Mutalisks heading down exactly the right place to get fungal to death. Oh, but the infestors are just getting picked off. Oh, it's not looking good for Kingdom.
And then, when he's safe enough,
But
open your restaurant.
he does have a slight advantage in hit points because all of the other stuff has been injured, except the Mutalisks, which he can't shoot.
Yeah.
At this point, it would actually benefit Tryon to just bury his stuff in the dirt. Like, seriously, just burrow.
You were saying
Heal up.
people moving out of that. Who's living there now?
Zealots moving out. A 4th base for Great Paz was actually surprisingly close to the Zerg base of Kingdom, but at least he can't see it.
Nice. Nice.
Great Paz moving in across the map with that mothership.
Hooray.
Why are his units not appearing cloaked to me?
Not even once.
Okay, let's find out. Great Paz putting a base down there. Steve, will he see the attack coming? Yes, he will,
Sorry?
because the mothership isn't there. Ah, there we go. The cloaking effect once more in effect. And all he needs to do now is move his way into there, because the only thing they can see is the stuff that pokes out the front and the mothership. And that Archon is so dead. Steve's, however, going to be able to throw down some nice Psionic Storms before the High Templar die, and the fact that he has an observer in the area means that his ground forces are not completely useless. However, Force Field's keeping them back, keeping them pinned. The Colossi doing horrible damage, but not going to be enough for now. He's going to need to do some horrible things. And actually, Kingdom getting himself 3-3 in Adrenal Glands. That's fun. The Mothership taking a lot of damage, but not enough to kill it. He's just vortexed his own army.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. I wouldn't have done. But hey, that allows his opponent to kill his mothership. And then he just moves on in with the rest of his forces. I think what he's going to have to do is move those probes out, warp in a bunch more stuff up here, which he has the minerals to do. He's going to take some time to kill that base. I think he should pull back a little, pull back a little, pull back a little. If he can get in there and kill those Colossi, then maybe, but he needs the Stalkers to pull back and attack as a mass, not one at a time. Oh, and while this is happening... not looking... Oh, God, that's why Steve's having trouble. There's Mutalisks in his base from Tryon. Steve getting killed by 2 people, not just 1. And the Mutalisks turn their attention to the invading Protoss army. And presumably are going to be able to take out nothing at all because they're running away from the Blink Stalkers. The thing is, he may be able to go down to Great Paz's base and take it out if he knows where it is. Pro tip, he has no idea where it is. Actually, no, he can infer where it is because he knows where it isn't. Steve looks like he's still hanging on in there, still fight. Oh! Fight on! Does he have a single probe left? Yes, he does, actually. He also has enough minerals to rebuild twice. Actually, no. I tell a lie. He's got enough minerals to rebuild 20 Nexuses. But unfortunately, he's throwing them away. Why would you do that? Oh well, I guess Steve is out. In the top right, we see an engagement about to happen between the massive Mutalisk force here. Trabolio to burn down that Spore Crawler, no problem at all. And the Queen behind it as well. I mean, okay, he'll take some damage on the Mutalisks and possibly lose one, but you know what? At the grand scheme of things, there's nothing his Grand Army can do other than fungal him, and it's not that effective. Unless he can get some solid fungals in right now. Fungal, 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 fungal. Oh, the fungal's going down, I can't actually tell. Oh, he's got Hydras on the ground. He could also fungal them again. Wow, that was a pretty brutal assault. Unfortunately for him, there's a bunch of Ling Fester about to come and destroy his entire world. Although he is probably going to see it if he moves up and takes the Watchtower! A massive battle, ZVZ. Who will win? The person with the better concave or the person with more stuff in the fight? Kingdom's going to take this one, I think. Right. Oh, 2 massive armies passing in the night because no one's using the Watchtower! Oh my god. Oh, Great Paz knows where this army is now, though. Bloody hell. Here's your base called Brittany. Oh, it may seem like a good idea, but unfortunately it's not cool. And there's roaches coming in at the back, and they're streaming in and getting murdered because they just rallied. That's the problem with... Oh, shut up, computer. It's not actually that bad. Oh, when behind, Dark Shrine. Or in this case, when ahead and you have nothing else to build, Dark Shrine. How much resources do you have? Shed loads. Yeah, you could just max out on Dark Templar and just go and kill everything now, apart from the Mutalisks. Oh well. Depowered some gateways. Great Paz not going to lose that much from that attack, though. He is, however, in an unassailable lead in terms of income, having slightly more than his opponent. Actually, in terms of... Tryon's got a fairly decent income compared to him, though. I just need to finish some of this before it goes cold, because it's really nice. So, at the moment we have ourselves... Steve actually has a base. You know what I like about Steve? You know what I like about Steve? The fact that he never gives up, even though there's the Dark Templar about to kill his entire world. Oh, action happening up here. Dark Templar everywhere. Actually, it's not Steve's last base. Steve is trying his very hardest. Great Paz is, however, going to come and end this. I mean, he's got the ability to build more bases. It's not exactly the problem here. He's got 6,000 resources if he runs the probes away right now. No, he's dead. What's he got in terms of units?
Yeah, obviously the
Actually, Steve has 6 probes still. Where the hell are they? Let's have a look at Steve's vision.
this weekend was up in
What's Steve's vision? Oh, I'm so sorry, Steve.
and was
Your opponents are about to come and end your life.
selling the
Oh no, no. Oh, Jesus. Why are you hiding them all together? The mothership will kill them all. Oh, Kingdom is down. Kingdom is out. What happened to him? I didn't even see. I didn't get the chance. Oh, those 2 probes. They're going to run into nothing at all. That's good. That's good. Stay alive, little probes. Stay alive and you too may rebuild this great civilization. You are, however, slightly revealed. You're as naked as the day you were born, and your opponent just saw you on the watchtower. However, he's got bigger things to worry about, including the fact that Great Paz has a base here, and he's about to go and take bits out of it. Great Paz, not going to react well to this, I imagine, but he's not got that much in terms of forces in the area. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Looking bad for Tryon. He's going to need a big old force for this. What? Oh, God. You know what his mistake was? Going for the base race when he didn't have to. Tryon, you don't have as many bases as Great Paz. I'm just saying. Oh. Gonna be able to take the cannons out. Eventually. Will he lose enough stuff to make it worthwhile? Oh, lordy, why is this happening? Why did he go for the base race when his opponent had a ton more bases? Currently Steve, who's still in? Great Paz clearly is still in. Who's actually doing anything? Steve! Where are you, Steve? Show me your vision, show me your camera. Oh man, Steve's like a boss. He's got 2 probes. Great Paz has 200, Steve has 3 food. How could this possibly end? Wait, did you say you had 2 probes? Oh, you sneaky little minx. Actually, no, you only have 2 probes. Okay, he could micro perfectly, or he could do what he is doing. That said, Great Paz knows exactly where he is. Where's Great Paz's vision? Great Paz is in fact killing his own army. The biggest cannon rush in history. Steve rebuilt his base. Oh, where did he rebuild his base? Where did you put it, Steve? There! Unfortunately, you're shooting at Great Paz's base. He knows where you are. Question is he going to take out his own observers? Or is he just going to go mothership the place? He's still got a bunch of I'm not entirely certain what to say at this point. Great Paz is in fact killing off his entire army, presumably to remax on something silly. He's maxing out on Archons. Oh Jesus! Look at them! Look at them all go. And we know roughly how many Archons it takes to max out. Oh wait, he is going to kill off all the enemy Trion's stuff completely unnecessarily. That Spore Crawler would have been a pain before, would have been difficult, but no.
Be glad you did.
The Dark Templar presumably going to bite it next. But he could suicide those by sending them at his opponent. Or he could merge them into an Archon and have another one. I'm just saying. If you're going for mass Archons, do it properly, mate. Oh wow, that's kind of beautiful and terrible as the sea. I mean, the cannons can see them and all, but... He can still win! He has a probe! Oh wait, he has 3 probes! He has a base. He has 1 building left, I think. Let's have a look at his vision. No, he's built himself a Nexus in the middle of nowhere. The question is, does Great Paz have any idea?
Oh yeah, I got another 7 How did these 2 put together?
Okay. Steve's being sneaky and building himself a base somewhere.
Jammy Jammy.
Get that dummy one, not much is happening.
It does appear to be.
Oh, he's morphing in a bunch of zealots. Great Paz, being a gentle person. Going Zealot Archon on the minerals. That's one of his 5 probes now. What the hell is he doing in that darkness? He's just building probes. Oh lordy.
Really good to speak to you. And I don't no, but no
Right.
what often is, and he's got videos.
Let's see. He's taking out all the bases, presumably so he can max out again on stuff. Oh, Kingdom's base is now truly dead. I have a sneaking suspicion they're just keeping this going so they can keep it going. I don't even know. Having too much fun. Oh, nope, the cannons of Steve will fall silent shortly because unfortunately they're not much good against 3-3-3-3-3-3. Yes, yes you do. You have 2 Nexuses in his base and he has nothing to pull them back. I mean, he can't even build any more. Actually, he can build more units. Thing is, he's running out of money. Like, he has enough to build 1 more Nexus, but... Great Paz, what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? Oh, he's wolfing in Dark Templar to finish the job. Then presumably he's going to send those Dark Templar everywhere. Oh, and they're not going to get past that one. Bam. He's down to 5 workers. How are you still in this? GGG, GGGG, 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 GGGG. Right. So that's 1 Great Paz win.
I think he would, yeah. I don't know how. The person who would know how to do that is Tom, and he's.
Okay, so we've got 1 try and 1 Great Paz. Go, go, go. Okay. Map suggestions. And I'll finish this while they're suggesting maps.
When are you likely to finish?
I'm probably going to aim for about 10 o'clock. Don't worry about making noise though if you want to do stuff.
No,
Or is it more logistical than that?
you're too loud for us to be able to hear what we're wanting to watch.
Oh right,
So-
I can quiet it down. Sorry about that, didn't
Oh,
realise.
no, it's okay, because we can wait until...
Only if you're sure. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, look, you pay attention to your
People.
your listeners, your watchers and
Okay.
stuff, and hello, watchers.
She's so cute. Right. Cloud Kingdom. Charlie.
Yeah.
Great Paz says hello. Well, I think it's a bit of a misnomer. Oh no, you're not watching the stream, are you, Great Paz? You better not have been watching it that last game. Hmm? You
know what I should do?
No one's come up with any sensible suggestions for map. You like my voice, huh? Oh, yeah. You do realise now I have an incentive to, like, quote passages from the Shawshank Redemption or some shit. That's not a bad idea. Let's look at the 8-player maps. Or we could go for WCS Shakura's Plateau. Okay. District 10 it is. Because District 10 is... not District 10. Not going for fortress maps. Great Paz reckons he might win. I don't know, what do you reckon? Okay, no one says anything about the thing, so I'm going to go for... let's go for Antigua. We'll go for Antigua Shipyard because, hey, I've seen the map before. Right, make myself a referee. We need to invite Steve and Tryon and Great Paz. And Great Paz, invite to game. And who am I missing? Kingdom. Kingdom. When was the last time you spoke, damn it? There we go. Oh! Kingdom has declined the invitation. Right, we're down to a 3-player. So. Right. Right. Ooh. Trans managed to get us a 4th player. Tryon's actually managed to save us and get ourselves a fourth player. Presumably one of his housemates. Okay, we'll quit this lobby. Obviously we don't want a fortress map because that means that 2 people will die instantly and then the other 2 will just basically be wailing over the remains of the map. That's fine. Right. Tectonic Rift. Let's see what that one looks like. It's actually really nice having someone really good in the chat who can actually look at these maps and go, yeah, you probably want this one. That's Tectonic Rift. It's a 6-player map. Oh wow, that's going to be special. As soon as I can download the content for this map, pull it up, make myself dat referee. So, Great Paths, invite to game, Steve, invite to game, Kingdom is gone. Who are we missing? Tryon, invite to game. Speedy Up, invited to game. In fact, Speedy Up can go in Team 1. Let's have a quick look at Speedy Up's profile. That's bizarre. Can't get to his profile. Right. As soon. Ready? Just to show you what Great Paz is putting in the chat, I kind of get the feeling he wants to start. That was a good suggestion, but I don't think anyone saw it over Great Paz is spamming. By the way, the sound issue we had a minute ago is totally the reason why I bought the polystyrene, which is over there. Hopefully we can get that to work somehow. We'll see. We'll see. We'll make it happen. So, Speedy Up. Not so speedy up on the load. But will he be speedy up in the game? And will he be able to get in? Yep, here we go. So, in the top, well, in the nearby 11 o'clock position, we have Great Paz. Fresh from his victory over the last one. If he takes this one, he wins. Down to the left of him, Tryon. And, yeah, he's basically Great Paz's main competitor at this point. They've both won one game. The first person to 2 takes the whole thing. Down in the bottom corner, Steve. The Steve who never, ever gave up. We love him for it. And in the right-hand side, Speedy Up. We know nothing about him, other than the fact that he thinks that CC Nexus First is weak. Oh well. This is probably where he's going to do that, but you know, such is life, such is life. Steve the Terran walling himself in as best he can, despite the fact that the only Zerg in the game is the opposite side of the map from him. Oh well. Steve and Speedy apparently know each other. Either that or Steve's being very bad. Right. As is traditional at the start of the game, let's look at the APM tab. At least if it isn't the traditional, let's find out why and do it. 60 APM for Great Paz, currently microing his little heart out, relatively speaking, given that he is, you know... Let's have a look at what Great Paz is doing. Double Extractor tricking his way into extra fun times. Oh dear lord, he can actually... Nope, he actually has scouted his opponent. And is very early pooling him. Probably should have checked when that spawning pool went down. Very, very early though, and I think his opponent, his intended target, Speedy Up, is about to suffer some pain. given that our Lings rallied to his main. And he's going gateway, nearly finished. Speedy up. Not having seen the Lings incoming, he's going to be slightly shocked to see... Can't see... Oh, yep, he saw 2 Lings. If he looked at his minimap, he knows something's happening. And he knows he should really wall himself. You can see it on the minimap if he looks hard enough. What he doesn't know is that they're about to come up his ramp and kill his Cybercore, or possibly the pylon powering his Cybercore. Yeah, that pylon's dead and nothing's stopping it. Which means he's not chronoing that out. Oh, nearly fast enough. But successful use of probes has been known to kill off 6 Zerglings, or possibly 8, possibly more. Just enough. Oh no, he didn't put the right number in, and therefore he's in a little bit of trouble. Great Paz taking the opportunity to get back there and kill off. Oh no, he's going to need to trap the Zerglings, trap them in, make sure they die, make sure that something happens other than more Zerglings invading his main. Oh, what? They just walked straight through, didn't they? Oh well, he's not mining much at this point, is he? It's not looking good. He's hard supply blocked, so we need to stop this pylon going down. He needs to kill those Zerglings off as fast as he possibly can. Unfortunately, Great Paz microing his little heart out. Going back for the pylon again. Oh no, he's going back for the mineral line and taking out a few more workers, but unfortunately the Lings appear to be wedged into a hole they can just crawl out of. Oh well. Natural not going down for him yet. Speedy up. Chrono boosting that gateway so that when it comes back into play... Oh, the Ling's possibly finally trapped and killed.
Hello?
Dead.
Did you not manage to get a ticket in the end? Did you manage to get a ticket in the end?
Great Paz expanding behind this. What he doesn't seem to know is that his opponent, Tryon, is chronoing at that warp gate, getting himself more gateways and a robo. So 3-gate robo coming out of him. Lots of racks for Steve, who doesn't seem to realise that. Oh no, he's got a bunker on each entrance, and is therefore going for massive expand times. And at the moment, actually, that would hold off against pretty much everything any opponent has to send at him. He's building himself some Tech Lab add-ons, some Reactor add-ons, and presumably another add-on for this thing when he gets the time. Speedy up.
I was literally just about to say you may be interested to hear that there is spag and bowl and garlic bread for you.
Fuck is there? Shit, I'm really sorry.
Oh, bit of an engagement. Great Paz discovering that his opponent has guns that shoot upwards.
I'm so sorry. I thought I'd better pick stuff up because I realised I was feeling quite pissed because I hadn't eaten it.
Okay. Great Paz now looking in at his opponent's base with greed and going, I can totally kill you. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he can, given that he's playing against a Protoss who can just attack him with workers. Attack with the workers! Oh no, he just lose the Lings to the Stalkers instead. Maybe lose a couple of workers, but nothing massive.
It's not like I'm not going to eat that shit. It really makes a difference.
Steve the Terran, actually the only person who hasn't suffered so far. In terms of income, I'm anticipating Steve being ahead of the pack, and he is. Because he has more workers than everybody else. This isn't going to last, as Great Paz has a mining base up over here, which is going to mass up on workers very, very quickly.
Yeah, no, it needs to.
But Tryon may actually kill him before that becomes an issue.
No, you can even with that. It's making something.
Actually, yeah, Tryon's totally going to kill him. In terms of army... Oh, no, he's just going for gold by the looks of it. In terms of army supply, Tryon has the biggest one by quite a long distance. Steve is next, and Great Paz, Speedy up, roughly the same place. If, however, Tryon pushes up into Great Paz's base at this point, Great Paz is probably screwed. Yep, he's dead. I mean, he can try and get a surround on the Stalkers, or he can try and get back up into his main, which won't help. Oh, good bit of force fielding going on there by Tryon. Great Paz in a lot of trouble now. He's got some roaches, but they probably won't be enough at this stage. He's going to need a lot of roach. All the roach in the world. Few Lings coming out to help out, but unfortunately for him, actually possibly fortunately for him, Great Paz's natural is being taken down first, and those broodlings might actually kill something. Holy crap. Nope, the roach eggs, which are going to turn into roaches fairly shortly. Damn, he's hard supply capped. Right.
Your phone dies? when you get in. Put it on charge.
It died on
Roach is getting in to take out the little drop force from Speedy Up. Great Paz not having the best of times at the moment, is he?
Because when I was coming home and called you, you went straight to voicemail.
Great Paz establishing himself a base out here. Surprisingly enough, not taking the nice, fresh, delicious gold base, but I guess he's probably a bit desperate at this point.
I was going to suggest, I don't want to miss out on your ball because it's gorgeous.
Have ourselves a standard Terran build coming down from our Terran player, Steve. Not a massively high level one, but you know what, it'll do the job. And at the moment, he's got himself some stim. He's not got combat shield yet. He probably should invest in that fairly shortly. Got himself a single medevac coming out when he should have two, but never mind.
I'm gonna go get some plates.
And Trion's forces about to bust up the ramp and end Great Paz's life. At least on this base. He should probably cancel the infestation pit as well, because it's going to die shortly anyway if he wants to carry on surviving. Unless he's giving the impression that he's dead. In which case, you know what, that could work. Ling's trying to micro, trying to get the Immortal before it kills everything he owns. If he can just take the Immortal down, then he can claim a moral victory, if not an actual victory. The Immortal will die. Ling's, however, not enough to take down that many Zealots and Stalkers. Great Paz, however. Don't send your... Oh. Force fielded in. Not a hope. All dead now. Bye-bye. Sending his only work... If I was him, I would have expanded to further away than that, but never mind.
Have a call on the cob.
I've just been given a call on the cob. Today is officially good. To be fair, I will have to save it for later because I had spag bol earlier and it was delicious. Oh, Speedy Up has seen Great Paz's base. However, he's a little busy dealing with the Terran assault. And he should know that there's a Terran approaching his... Oh, no, he doesn't know there's a Terran approaching his base, because there isn't.
Oh my god.
He might know it anyway. Ooh, some damaged stuff from Speedy Up. Question is he going to go for the main... Oh no, he's just going for the nearest hatch, which is this one. Great Paz not going to like that. Not going to like that one bit. Because unfortunately for him, he's probably going to be able to tell the difference between the two. Oh, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. Will he be able to hide the drones? Will he be able to run the drones away?
I dragged it over on the way back, hence me needing to dash to leave.
Ah, no, he's just leaving. Can you actually see those workers? Yeah, he can. He totally can. Ah, the reason being there's a bunch of Terran in his base. He's having to go back to kill them. Actually not looking good for Speedy Up. Genuinely, Great Paz might just have been saved
Everybody off doing the
by one of his opponents.
thing.
Wow, that's kind of special. That's all kinds of special moment, that. Speedy Up having to sacrifice all of his workers to this assault. Or at least a whole bunch of them anyway. Losing that Immortal, losing the Zealot that's trying to take out this... Oh, if he'd gone off to the Marines, he might have done more damage, but unfortunately for him, his opponent has Stim. Speedy Up deciding that good game, good game. He's not quite out yet. Good game, good game. He wants him to kill Trion because he wants this to carry on, but unfortunately I don't know if he can actually do it. Let's have a look at the army supply. Trion's on 94, Steve's on 93, rapidly losing it because he's going to... Oh, yep, because his opponent has managed to beat him back. However, he is coming back because Trion is attacking his base. And while he has good stuff, it's probably not going to be enough good stuff to stop this attack. Oh, maybe. He needs to get in the bunker. Oh, it's a bit of a tight fought thing, this. He's going to bring out a siege tank just in time for it to get killed by Immortals. I suspect he's... Fun fact from Great Paz. Oh, he's about to... Unfortunately for Steve, It looks like his base is about to evaporate. Because his opponent has too much stuff. He did in fact take it from both sides at once. Wait, that sounds a bit bad. Steve is out. And now, I don't think anyone can actually stop the relentless assault of Tryon unless somehow...
How you want to do it? It's up to
Does that
you.
keep passing?
Oh, great Paz.
However you want to do it.
Great Paz, you're about to find that your opponent's Speedy Up has built a thing there.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Go get food. What's that?
Unfortunately, yeah, it's not looking good for Steve. Steve sadly looked so strong and then got shot from both sides at once. What's his resources like? He's got 3k minerals, he can rebuild. Unfortunately, there's a Colossus at the bottom of this hill. Which is, thankfully for him, focusing on something else. He's got a single probe left. A single worker left. Actually, what's he got in terms of units? He's got 17 workers left. Where the hell? Oh, he's got a mining base at the gold. He might be able to pull this back. He might be able to pull something out of this fire. Unfortunately, it's not going to be any of this stuff, and he might as well cancel that +3 weapon upgrade because it ain't going to finish, and he probably wants the gas. Gas, cancel him. Oh, no. Great Paz, expanding like a mofo. This game is, however, far from over. Don't send the medevac towards your hidden base. He's got a barracks. It's going to the middle of nowhere. To land, if he goes the wrong way, he'll find him. No, he's ignoring the gold base. Speedy Up in somewhat of a bit of trouble at this point, given he's got nothing. He's got a warp prism. Apparently he does lift. Not looking good for Speedy Up, though. Speedy Up's game may have come to an end prematurely. Oh, wow. Steve establishing another gold base, because apparently nobody goes gold anymore. However, will it be enough? Will it be enough to prevail against Tryon? Speedy Up still has a base, still has a bunch of gates, still has Cybercore somewhere. He needs a Cybercore if he's going to build anything out of that.
These are
It's my cards.
Should spend some of that Chrono Boost before it goes. Oh well, never mind. I'm sure he didn't need Chrono Boost anyway. And actually... Oh, 3 Immortals have found Steve's base. He needs to cancel that. He needs to cancel it right now. There we go. 3 Immortals not chasing down the poor little worker who's running past Great Paz's base. Great Paz can see him. He can't see it back. Mineral field depleted was that? That's Great Paz's minerals, isn't it? It's not looking good for Great Paz. You go for it, dude. I'm sure in 1,000 hits, you'll basically get through that rock. Destructible rocks. He is building himself a... Oh, wow. So it's the gold mineral patches that apparently mine out fairly quickly when you have that many workers on them. Needs to expand. Needs to expand right now. Oh, well. Guess we'll see what he does with it. What's he got in terms of money? He's got enough money to expand boatloads. How many 4s in 6... How many 400s in 6,000? Right. At the moment... In terms of army supply, it's looking an awful lot like a familiar scene. Tryon looking... Tryon. Protoss looking unassailable with his more supply than everyone else. Great Paz hanging in there with 67. Unfortunately, our Terran player Steve, gone. He has no minerals and no gas in his army.
I place it for you.
He's got some supply depots, though. Even though he doesn't really need them.
They're really good.
Is he just going to try and mine out the goals and then make 1,000,000 Marines? Bearing in mind that probably won't be enough at this stage because his opponent is a Protoss. His main threat is a Protoss who can remax off anything he wants.
Do you need to...
Oh man, do you even lift? It's not looking good for Tryon. Not looking good for Steve either. Everyone else is about to discover his base. Some beautiful fungals going down by our Zergy buddy Great Pazman. Unfortunately, his opponent has too much stuff and his infestors are dead. Also, Steve doesn't know he's been spotted by everyone. Oh! Speedy Up, getting his revenge on Tryon. Tryon's going to need to pull back if he wants to defend this base, but unfortunately for Speedy Up, I don't think he cares. The Infestor's pulling back. He is going to successfully take down that Nexus, so I don't think there's anything actually around here that can save him. Oh wait, no, all of those Zealots from Tryon coming in just at the last second. No, oh, they do have charge as well. It means they'll do those lovely impact hits. Speedy Up probably should have committed more than a bit to that. Tryon eradicating that base out there, and Speedy Up about to find this one. Not looking good for Steve. He does have 1 million resources. When I say million, I mean 5,900. All we need to do is get out of there. Lift! Lift! Do you even lift? Also, you're full of energy. You really should have used mules. Turns out he does lift. He lifts quite hard when he's about to get attacked by Zealots. Question is that a bunch of Stalkers I see? No, it's more Zealots. Steve's day is about to be ruined. Great Paz has left the game. Been taken out completely.
Spoke to James and found out more details about the stuff that he's doing.
Steve knows what the problem is.
So he's going out there for 3.5 months
And he's now going to try and take this base off Tryon, because it's the only thing he's got left. Unfortunately for him, Zealots with charge can oftentimes keep up with workers. Actually, what speed do they have? Weapon speed, blah blah blah. Move speed 3.3. Oh, Tryon just butchered that worker line. Oh, it's not looking good. Given that Great Paz has 16 supply and is out. Well, what is his 16 supply? What actually does he have? Has he got 8 infestors? Where are they? Oh, they're buried there. But unfortunately, with no buildings to sustain him, that 570 minerals is not going to do him any good at all. Tryon about to come and ruin Speedy Up's day, because unfortunately for his Speedy Up, he doesn't have more than 4 Zealots, which will not be taken out by... which will not take out that force of Tryon's. Tryon, however, looks like he might actually be going for this this destructible rocks, which is surprising, because he could just go and kill his opponent like this. Yep, he's just found him. Does Speedy Up have enough to re-expand? Yes, he does, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get away past all of that. And as his unit count dwindles rapidly, all 8 of his remaining workers, they might, a couple of them might escape if he's really, oh no, not a chance. Right, that's a dead base. What does he have left? Speedy Up has nothing. He's got an extractor. And he's got a warp prism, so he was able to resupply. Oh, if this extractor dies before he builds... Oh, yep, there we go. He's built himself a Nexus. Oh, and lost the warp prism, by the looks of it. Steve is about to lose this base completely. I mean, he's got a base here, but it's mostly mined out. And it's about to die. Oh no, he might actually be able to take this force with the Marauders he's got. The next one almost certainly not, but this force will probably die. Oh, it'll be a little closer than I thought, but I think the Terran will take it.
I have no idea. I couldn't read that. I couldn't read it either way.
Yep. He's just gonna survive. Is he? Yeah, he'll survive with the fresh troops that are just popping out. Yep. Just a little bit of stim. Unfortunately, the Void Rays will seal the deal. Oh, maybe not. The Void Rays targeting down the command center at the expense of their lives. Unfortunately, the Colossi will make short work of them now. There's not a lot else can be done. We look at Army Supply tab. Speedy Up's got nothing left. And, yep, Tryon wins. A successful win after 2 hours of gameplay. He wins two games. Right. He's got himself a barracks. He's not going to get very far though, especially because He's now been revealed and just has these left. I don't know if these count. Do these even count? Add-ons even count as buildings for the purposes?
And whilst I'm there,
Steve has not rebuilt his base and is about to lose everything. All comes down to this. That one hero marine. Standing his watch, standing his duty. He's gonna die. But damn it, he's gonna die well. Stand tall, stand proud, little hero marine. You died incredibly quickly.
It's a big news story at the moment.
Speedy Up, having taken all of his units, he's got a single probe left. Where is it?
Really?
Oh, he's got a single thing, but he can't build much with.
Heard that the wrong way round.
Oh, does he even lift? Oh, he can't lift these, sadly.
A few times recently I've seen
And he can't rebuild another one, so as soon as the second one is found, then it will be...
it. Surprised that their grandparents have been cool with their lifestyle. It's not okay. But
Interesting, he's actually going to reveal where it is by attempting to mine from it.
it's more traditional than I've ever seen.
Oh, no.
the hair's going to be close enough of a shot.
Yeah, I think we're done. Speedy Up's vision says he's got a... Oh, no, a worker spotted him. He's built himself a pylon. That is literally the last thing he can build.
Simon was asking
Ourselves. That's scouting. I don't know if his opponent Tryon could see that pylon.
put into
Oh, if he has any sense, he'll kill that worker because it's all his opponent has left. Cheeky little sod. Building it in his opponent's base. He's going to be revealed imminently, at which point his opponent will then kill it with probes, probably.
At the moment can tell. Impossible to get a nice picture with me in it.
Or he's going to... Oh, the pylon goes down.
Tall, but maybe.
Can he blink up to it? And it dies. Base is under attack.
Was that me?
Good night. Every so often the games that happen in this stream worry me slightly.
That photo that we've got upstairs is lovely, because we've got a copy of that photo.
Can we get that to wear a wig?
No. It was you, and you looked lovely. I kind of, sort of a little bit want to make a fuss and say, no, you should be the five of us. But
Now
it's
is
not
not
time
the time
for that at all.
Seriously, thank you.
Also, this is the silliest scoreline.
Yes.
It is actually the silliest scoreline I've ever seen. 2 to 1 to 0 to 0 to 0.
So, yeah, sorry, it would have been better fresh, but have you actually had enough food?
Better soundproof.
You've had enough. Chris had enough. I've heard no complaints from Nova.
You made enough food. Yeah, there's even still some bolognese left.
Right. Yeah. So what the plan is, I'm going to call the stream here. Call it now. And then I'm going to try and get the sound baffling.
There's a famous quote by Steve Jobs back in the 80s when, the Apple Macintosh was when the Apple Macintosh was they worked out that if with their next version of the Apple Macintosh, assuming the same sales and
Basically, I'm going to pull the sound, the stuff I'm going to be using for the sound
they could
baffling
make the boot up
back over here.
10 seconds.
Oh, ow.
Then
That's a
they
bit of a
worked
crack.
out that they could across the world.
Right,
save
back in a second. I'm just going to go and get it, put it back behind me where it lives. For now.
You know, because a number of people who
What?
Are you finished?
More or less. Just showing off my polystyrene before I close down.
It looks dirty.
Pretty good polystyrene.
I gotta say, my polystyrene,
Look at the texture on that.
my polystyrene sound baffling brings all the boys to the yard. Thank you very much. That shouldn't have amused me as much as it did. But yeah,
My post-feminist didactic dialectic brings all the boys.
so yeah, that's the polystyrene. We're going to sort of cut it in half and sort of stand it about yay tall all around me. So hopefully that'll keep sound in, and if necessary, it'll hopefully be high enough that I can stick a roof on it, and enclose myself in a tiny box with a light in it, and pretend to be Gollum while I play games lit only by the light of the screen.
No, he's a guitarist. He's in a band with John.
Or I could just not go crazy.
One
One of the two.
John McEnroe, the Chelsea tennis player.
Of course. He's
But yeah,
a band with-
polystyrene.
Why wouldn't he be in a band with John?
We're going to wrap some cloth around it, stack it like here and there, and then hopefully I will be sound resistant, if not soundproof, unless I want you to worry about what happened earlier when I had to when my housemates are being stopped from doing stuff they wanted to do. Oh well. In any case, that'll do for now, I think. And we will check out Sleep. Oh wow,
Awesome air.
yeah, that'll do for now. You guys are great.
Still very excited.
See you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye.